here he comes. Jimmy, hush the wobbly top. Hush the chickle. Everybody wants to see the Jimbo, they Joe. Everybody wants to see you. It's hot today, isn't it, mate? She says, I'm going under the edges, Dad. I'm having edge roast. So, hello. Today I'd like to take a look at this, which is what I call my wets. When I ride a bike a lot, as you know. In fact, I ride only a bike. It's only a pedal bike with an electric motor. I used to ride a motorbike, and I'll hopefully one day again will. But for the now, I ride a pedal bike with an electric motor, 350 watt pedal bike. And when it rains, I get wet, innit? So what I've done is I've bought this the cheapest I can, cheap version, which is a Desert DPM jacket. MVP it's called. I think that stands for Material Ventile Permeable. And what that means is it's breathable, so when you sweat underneath it, it allows the moisture. Oh, for the wings of a dove. I know, I'm going nuts. Sorry about this. It allows the moisture from your sweat to, well, horses sweat, don't they? Men perspire, and women and the ladies glow. Something like that, anyway. But in my book, it allows you to sweat without actually getting wet. So it's cool, baby. It's all good. That's the label. You get these two very generous pockets above, and they're quite good. I mean, Raquel Welsh could most definitely fill these. I can tell you, for Nur. She could most certainly put her hoofs in there, bless her. And well, what else is about? There's a thing to put your rank on if you're in the military, obviously, which I'm not. And there's when you see that, that's a zip that allows you to access the zip below. So if Napoleon was in, he'd be happy with that, wouldn't he? He could unzip that, not tonight, Josephine, and the old hand would go in there, and he could play with his wallet for a bit, couldn't he? And then and Josephine would have to go off and play Scrabble with herself, poor girl. But so there you go. That's the trousers. Just because obviously it makes no sense, does it, to be on a bicycle and be camouflaged when you really just want to be spotted. So I thought, to contrast, I will wear these bright orange, very cheap to buy trousers. Awesome. Oh, hang on, I've got arthritic hand and all that, no, arthritic hand stripe. But these are made by a company called Neo. Daylight come and me wanna go home. Me say Jimmy. I'm joking, obviously I can't even sing. It's horrible, isn't it? But there you go. Polish made, very good. Fully waterproof. Not so sure about the breathability of these, but they are actually just enough to get back into the shop and all the rest of it. And there's a nice hood on this jacket. I'm back to the military side of things now, obviously. It's got a good hood on it. The hoods are good on these ones. and it's very waterproof. It's got velcros adjustable sleeves. Sure, it reminds me of a joke about, well, the Australians and the New Zealanders have a sort of friendly rivalry together, and they always take the mickey out of each other. And I remember, I've probably said this before in previous videos, but I remember a friend of mine was a New Zealander, and this chap was a sheep farmer, and he says, "All right, mate," you know, the Kiwi says to him, "All right," he goes, "I suppose you got a pair of Velcro gloves above the fireplace." So sort of suggestions of sort of something a bit suspicious with sheep or something like that. The hind legs in the wellies type stuff. Anyway, I'm joking. I don't even know where I'm going with that. But anyway, these jackets, they're really cool, and they're really cheap to buy. And the zips are plastic, and they're really well made. And so, quite frankly, if you want really cheap waterproof gear, and you don't want to sort of splash out on labels like Berghaus, whatever you want to call it, anything, Nike, anything like that, and you're not that fussed like me. What have you got on your head though, mate, isn't it? What's that on there? That's not part of you, is it? That's part of something else, it is. What's the sweetest little dog, this little dog? Hey, you alright, mate? This is on fine day. Anyway, we're getting up for 6 minutes. So all the very best is wishes, and thanks ever so much for watching. Double zip, by the way, on these things. They don't mess about, mate, and I've got a double zip on them, innit? Cheers. Blessings. Blessings. Thanks for watching.